Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information, of course, come from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and your microphone didn't pick up any of that, Alice.
Damn it. Stay.com.
Yeah. Anyway, for those links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, even things we might even gather throughout the show, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander, and I am joined once again by...
Who is Alice?
And newcomer to the show...
Carrera. Hi.
Asia Carrera.
A Carrera. Yeah, new to the show, but second time on the channel because you were on the Jabberwocky a couple days ago.
Yes,
anyway,
sir.
Well, last Sunday he was on.
Yeah, he was. Anyway, today is Woden's Day, also known as Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. So I'm going to start us off here as soon as I find it. There we go. Alice, can you read any, or should I start us off here?
I can do a couple real quick here.
All right, why don't you start us off in the year of 81?
Yep, in 81 AD we have the Dominion. Domitian, thank you. Yeah. Becomes Emperor of Roman Empire upon the death of his brother Titus. Titus. It was toit like a toiga.
Coitus? Is that where you're going?
We also have here in 1629, we have a victory in battle. We have the siege of St. Hertogovash. Spanish garrison surrenders to Frederick Henry, Prince of Orange.
Huh.
Hey, isn't your emblem isn't it usually an orange for the Omni Coalition?
Yes, actually, and it kind of is right now because of the pumpkin, but let's see, maybe it'll turn into a turkey in November, but definitely I have a Christmas orange for December, so yeah.
And then we have here, actually, this one right below it, in 1662, the Netherlands and England signed a peace treaty today.
Ooh.
Alright.
Ooh.
Oh.
So we're talking like the pagans and the English signed a peace treaty?
I guess, like, were the pagans in the Netherlands in 1662? I don't know much about that.
I believe so, because they took a lot of that over. It's something I'd have to look up, and I can do that while we're doing this.
That would be awesome. And then we can revisit that, down the line, if we so wish. I'm going to move us on up into 1716 here. The first lighthouse in American colonies lit at Boston Harbor. So dang.
The British are coming.
The British. Well, that won't be far off from there, actually. Another,
are you the king
60
of
years.
British?
I am not the king of British. So...
No, that's Charles now. He's the king of British.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Actually, Britain still has one king, and it's Randy Newman.
I thought it was Elton John.
One queen. Oh yeah, Elton John. Sorry, not Randy. I get those two confused.
Well, no, those are sirs. They've been knighted. They're not kings. They've been
they're queens. No, Elton John is a queen.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, 1741, George Frederick Handel finished his Messiah Oratio after working on it non-stop for 23 days. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
No. And then in 1752, Britain and the British Empire, including the American colonies, adopted the Gregorian calendar, resulting in no September 3rd through 13th. So, 10 straight days just poof, gone, And there's actually like a whole conspiracy theory involved.
Hold on. I actually have a question about that.
Yes.
So, between the 3rd and the 13th, did we just, they just stopped? Then restarted?
No, we went from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. And in doing so, it switched, there's a whole thing, there's a channel called the Y-Files, and There's like this whole thing going on about where did those missing 10 days go. There's this whole conspiracy saying that, that's documented evidence that the entirety of the Dark Ages is all just a fabrication to boost up something political. I don't know. Like, there's a whole thing about it. Beyond all that. Yeah.
I'll look that up.
Yeah, just searching on the Y files, the calendar. But like, and think about this, like, all the different civilizations throughout all of time, they all had their different calendars. The Mayan calendar being one of the most, popular. But like a global unified calendar, like I still don't think we've fully achieved that. But for the most part, everybody uses a Gregorian calendar now, and that's because of Pope Gregory doing that and switching from the Julian calendar, which was created in ancient Rome by Julius Caesar. So.
That's a badass factoid.
Yep. And then let's see here. I believe that was my 3. It was. Carrera, if you want to take one, you can take 1807 here, if you have the link up.
I am watching what you're rolling through.
Okay, well then this is what I have for you.
Well, in 1807, Aaron Burr acquitted of a misdemeanor charge. What was the charge?
What was Aaron Burr's misdemeanor charge? I know that's not spelled correctly, but it will be. As soon as Google stops being lagging. There we go. The indictment charged him with 1 count of treason and 1 count of high misdemeanor.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, unlawfully, falsely, maliciously, and traitorously intending to raise and levy a war against the United States. The trial began on August 10th, 1807, and ended less than a month later on September 1st, 1807. So
I do remember that.
I was
from
wondering
school,
if this had
actually.
something to do with the treason thing, but yeah, it does. So that's wild.
That actually took me a second. I'm sorry that I was.
No, that's all right. Yeah, next if you want. We do 3 by 3.
Well, and I do remember this. The 1812 fire in Moscow begins as Napoleon approaches the city, and retreating Russians burned it. And it continued to burn for 5 days, and the reason they burned it, obviously, so he couldn't take a stronghold.
Yeah. What the Russians did eventually, to the Germans in World War II, scorched earth, leave nothing for your enemies to utilize.
Right.
Yep. And Uno Mas, good sir. Your turn.
What is this?
My turn?
Okay.
No,
his turn.
it's still Carrara's turn. He has one more here.
He's
that's
wanting
what I
me to
thought.
do the. I was. 1814, Francis Scott Key pens the poem "Defiance of Fort McHenry," later known as the Star Spangled Banner, while witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry from a ship in the Baltimore Harbor.
Yep.
Which he started with the obvious words that we know as "Oh say, can you see by the dawn's early light?" And then it goes on, and he wrote the rest a few days later, from what I believe, and it became the staple of United States Star Spangled, like our national anthem.
It became the lyrics of our national anthem. However, the tempo, the beat, the actual music part of it, is from a British drinking song.
It is, and you are right, and I actually forgot that part and missed out on a good opportunity.
No, you started that convo, and I brought in, my little tidbit. That's what all this show's about. We all talk, we all, remember things, and we just spread information, That's what we do. Like,
anyway.
So
as you see, they added the parts that he wrote in later.
Yeah.
You see, yeah. So the blue parts were what he wrote in later, a few days later after the bombardment.
Yeah. But isn't that wild? Thinking about it, it was the 14th, and September 11th was 3 days ago. So it's just like, wow. That's just like a weird little, thing, I guess. I'm
that
looking
is
too much into it. Yeah.
That would be a good thing to throw in there.
Mm-hmm. But Miss Alice. Oh, she's gone. Well then, I will take this here. 1847, U.S. Marines under General Scott entered Mexico City, Halls of Montezuma. From the Halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. So this is how it starts. The Marines. Hoorah! Hoorah, Marines! So
That was the start of the Mexican-American War, wasn't it?
it was during it, yes.
Yeah.
That we just went in there and just kicked them down the street like an empty tin can. So we took their best general, which was also their president, Santa Anna. We took him and held him for ransom and traded him back to them for like basically what became Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, California, Utah, all that. All that used to be Mexico.
I from Texas.
I from California. See, they didn't cross the border crossed them, as Gabriel Iglesias said. So,
Yep.
anyway, we have, let's see here, where'd it go? 1848, Alexander Stewart opened the first U.S. department store, the Marble Palace, in downtown New York City. So that's...
I was going to say something, but I'm going to let you keep going.
No, go ahead.
That was the first idea that J.C. Penney and Macy's and all them had for what they call a shopping mall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're talking about like the anchor stores and everything.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I remember watching a video a little bit about that and everything, like how, and it's wild. Now we're living in the era of the death of the mall, like it's been going on for 20 years.
No shit. Amazon and
Bro,
yeah,
like, when Toys R Us folded, like, I was shocked. Like,
they're popping back up again.
yeah, I remember hearing that IP got bought out by another company and they're bringing them back or something.
Yeah, mostly starting with like the Babies R Us.
I used to work for a Babies R Us. So, anyway, then we have 1867. Karl Marx published Das Kapital, Volume 1, his theory of the capitalist system and how it is doomed to destroy itself.
Let's see how wrong he was.
Well, I mean, all I can say is the Soviets utterly, trampled us in the space race, So.
Well, I mean, unless you're a conspiracy theorist, I think we won.
Well, think about this. First to get to space with Sputnik, first animal in space, first man in space, first woman in space, first to actually put something on the moon, not land on the moon with man, but a probe or something. First to put a probe in Venus, and then suddenly we land on the moon, we win. No, we lost.
Hold on.
Miserably.
We're forgetting about Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is something else. Like
We put a fucking car in space.
well, yeah, Elon Musk is the first African American to put a sports car into space. That is true. So.
I like how you said that.
I mean, he is. The guy's whiter than chalk, but he is an African American. So.
South African, but come on, man.
Still African,
All right, let's move on. I apologize.
No, it's all right. We're having a good time. I love the banter, dude. You see a frown on this face? Yeah, I don't.
No, man. You're always the happiest guy to ever talk, like ever I get to talk to on Discord. So.
Yeah. Then 1876, Henry Morton Stanley's expedition left Rwanda. All right.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's see here. 1899, if you want, because Alice is busy working. So it's your turn now. You can take 1899. That looks interesting.
That's actually a good one. I remember this story. Henry Bliss becomes the first automobile fatality in the U.S. It was in New York. He was a very rich person, obviously, because no one owned a gas-powered combustion vehicle. And man, I'm going to have to look this back up because I believe that he actually slipped up because they didn't have brakes.
That's
You
right.
just pulled back on the thing to let off the gas.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened was the cars didn't have brakes at that time. You just went go, or you just
You just
slowed
went
down.
to idle and then slowed down.
Yeah.
That's right. They didn't have brakes.
And the top speed, I think, was only like
10.
15 to 20 miles an hour.
That's a little
tops.
fast, I think. I think it was 15.
I might
I
be,
don't know.
yeah, it might be a little over, but I mean, let's just cap it at 10 to 15.
Yeah.
But I think he jumped out is what happened, and
bail.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, like I do have another piece of car trivia. Like I think it was Ohio. Like there was at one point in Ohio, like the first, like like there was, like when automobiles, like before it was even in its infancy, when it was in its conception, like at one point, there were in the entire state of Ohio there were 2 cars, and they somehow collided into each other. Like
yes, I remember.
Yeah,
it's because it was because the horse carriages had built such ruts, and the cars pretty much had carriage wheels.
They were stuck,
and they couldn't get the fart out of each other's way, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was before paved roads and all
there
that
was
stuff.
no roads, it was just mud, so
Yeah.
So I believe that was the answer to that. If I'm wrong, please somebody smack me in the face in the comments.
Well, that's a little violent, but like, yeah. Anyway, you have another one here, 1901. This is interesting, and it's stark contrast to what we currently have today. So.
Oh. So in 1901, Theodore Roosevelt was sworn in as the youngest man to serve as U.S. president after William McKinley finally dies after an anarchist shoots him in Buffalo. I remember the shooting.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, obviously he was vice president, so he was put in place as the 26th president, but he was also kind of one of those guys that showboated around, was like the toughest man, and people really liked him at the time.
Well, I mean, like, he did get shot during a speech. Granted, they shot him, like, and he had a book there, but still, he got shot. And he still stood there for 4 hours before seeking medical attention. And that was when he was running as a Bull Moose Party guy, so.
The funniest thing is he wrote a what?
He wrote a what? But no, he had a book in his breast pocket. That's what mostly stopped the bullet.
I gotta go. My boss is back.
Okay, see you, Alice.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
No, I'm saying that he rode a what when they were always talking about, because you're talking about like the Moose Party.
Yeah.
They always talked about him riding a moose.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
like, I was like, I'm not sure about that.
I don't think he was a moose rider, but he was a rough rider. He did didn't he fight in the Spanish-American War? I think he did. He fought in some war. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just doing a quick scan here, and why don't we just move on to 1914? Ooh, this one.
Huh. I actually have no idea about this. This is a weird one. 1914, Lord Kitchener, Your Country Needs You. Oh, so it was a cover designed for the London Opinion magazine, and I'm guessing it was pushed towards propaganda for World War One.
It was definitely. It's like we would remember it better as our adaptation, Uncle Sam. Right. Your Country Needs You. Like, actually, like there's a channel on YouTube called History Bombs. And they do like one take musical, it's a whole musical number, but it's really good. They have World War I, World War II, the history of the Cold War, history of aviation, stuff like that.
Right.
And they actually have like a little bit in there, oh, your country needs you, fight the Huns, yada yada yada. But here's essentially
there it is.
The poster. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm trying to load it in. Google's being a laggy bitch right now. So,
Britons.
Your country needs you.
Your fucking country needs you, bro. You're gonna have to suit up and take on some mustard gas.
This looks very suggestive, though. The positioning, it's, I don't know. I don't.
No, there was a lot of propaganda that came out of all of it. So
Yeah.
I mean, even
Yep.
World War II. So
Oh, you have a boxing title fight here in 23.
oh well, I don't know shit about Jack Dempsey except that I know that he busted his ass.
Well, let's read the article here. It's your turn.
Okay. Hold on. Here we go. I'll just do that. Jack Dempsey
Yep.
and Wikipedia. Bam.
Well, I mean,
Already
like,
open.
You can read the article here, like that I have up for you.
Okay. In 1923, in his fourth heavyweight boxing title defense, Jack Dempsey recovers after being sent through the ropes to KO Argentine challenger Luis Firpo in the second round at Polo Grounds in New York City. And from what I'm reading, well, born 1895, died 1983, May 31st.
Huh.
Wow.
Let's
So,
see, let me find the wiki here, and I'll put the wiki in the underbar so people can see what you're seeing.
wow, he lived a long life.
Yeah. Jack Dempsey. Let's see here.
That's kind of amazing for being a
1895.
boxer.
Wow, that is pretty old. Let's see here. Let me open this up. How old was he? 87. That's pretty good.
Yeah, especially during those times.
Oh yeah. I added the wiki into the underbar for anyone who would like to educate themselves more on this athletic marvel. And we're going to be moving on up into 1924, in which Walter Johnson was selected as the American League Most Valuable Player.
Ooh, that was a good year for a lot of people. I'm not gonna go like into it. That I mean, just look up the Yankees and everything as everything started.
Oh yeah, well I'm not like really much of a sports guy, but Scott's really into baseball. He's the guy you want to talk to about that.
So yeah, look that up definitely.
Let's see here, 1924 baseball. Baseball season. All right, I will. The 1924 Major League Baseball season was contested from April 15th to October 10th, 1924. The New York Giants and Washington Senators were the regular season champions of the National League and American League, respectively. The Senators then defeated the Giants in the World Series 4-3. All right. I'm going to add this wiki to the underbar as well, just because.
That's a good info fact on sports if people are into that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sports, in 1930, the Detroit Lions, as the Portsmouth Spartans at the time, played their first NFL game in winning 13-6. So that's pretty cool.
Wow. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So happy inaugural on the green birthday, Detroit Lions. So.
Hey, good job, Northern guys that hate everybody else. Just kidding. Love you guys.
Also in 1930, in a bit of a negative history thing here, the Nazis gained 107 seats in German election. Ugh.
I remember that.
Personally?
And yeah, I was there.
Damn.
I'm old graybeard. Oh, the military coup in 1932 under Arturo Sandri. That's a good story, and people should actually look that up because it's too long for me to get into.
Well, if you want, you're free to like hunt a link and post that in the Michaelis channel, and then I'll copy and I'll post it in the underbar for the video here.
Okay.
But I was thinking, because it's your turn now, why don't you take 1933? That looks interesting.
In 1933, 2 billion board feet under lumber destroyed by.
Can you get closer to your mic? We can't really hear you that well.
I said in 1933, 2 billion board feet under lumber destroyed in Tillamook, Oregon fire. I don't actually remember that.
Well, that's
I
from a
was
long time
never
ago.
taught that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not taught all the history. That's why we do our show. To fill in the blanks that schools leave, and they leave gaping blanks. So.
Can I say one thing before we just jump ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
There is a book called What Our Teachers Never Told Us or Taught Us.
Ooh.
And you can go through that. It was written in the 80s, I believe. But it teaches a lot about the history before the 80s that we were taught different. There, that's it.
Lies
I
my
got the
teacher
name
told
wrong.
me. Ah. Okay.
So it's a good book to kind of like get a good idea of history before the 80s.
Let's see here. I want to find a non. Here we go. I will have this in the underbar as well. And actually, I'm going to post this on the Discord. Like, where would I guess I'll just post it in history, and then I'll pin it so I don't lose it. Let's see here. Pin. Boom. Because I want this book. So. Wow, the camera's like way zoomed in on your face. Holy shit.
Yeah, it just does. It's automatic. I'm sorry. It follows my eyes. Stupid technology.
Newfangled technological wisdomadoos.
I think it was made in actually 1942, and it was designed by the Nazis, just so they could like scrub your eyes, and next thing you know, you don't remember what happened.
So it's like a neuralizer?
Yeah, basically. That it's not me getting drunk. It's my camera keeps wiping my brain.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Well, why don't you tell us about 1936 here, the lobotomy one? That looks interesting.
Oh! So in 1936, first prefrontal lobotomy in America performed by, I'm guessing, Dr. Walter Freeman, but they're not putting a doctor ascribed, so...
1936, so...
And James W. Watts at George Washington University Hospital in Washington, D.C. And I remember hearing a few things about this, which could be bull fact or bull fiction. So,
well, I can't think of a better place for the first lobotomy than to be in Washington, D.C. So,
I mean, we got
bill.
so many things, so...
It fits the bill, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's see here, 1936 as well. Pittsburgh Pirates' future Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder Paul Wainer tied Roger Hornsby's NL record, or National League record, of 200 MLB hits for 7th time. So 714. So that's 1,400 hits. That's insane.
That's a big number.
That
for
is.
that time.
Could you imagine hitting that many balls? Like.
No steroids, just hitting it.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't bat.
Oh, yeah. In 1937, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt banned the U.S. ships from trading arms with China or Japan. So,
what a tariff.
Yeah. Well, China was going crazy with their own communist revolution. That's when Mao Zedong was doing his thing. And then Japan was going crazy with their taking over everything. So, like, yeah.
I think we kind of put a stop to Japan. I don't think we put a necessary stop to China because they're still kind of doing it.
Well, we didn't help communist China because they were coming in from the inland. But we helped, like, the actual Chinese government, which later went to Taiwan, and that's what we know today as the Taiwanese. That's the actual Chinese government in exile since 1945. So... And that's why, the communists want them so bad. They want to end the fight, like. But then, 1938, Graf Zeppelin II, the world's largest airship, made its maiden flight. And don't mind the picture; they just have a stock photo, like, oh, something about a Zeppelin. So anything about Zeppelins, they use the Hindenburg disaster as the picture.
Yeah, that's not the actual.
No, that's not the right airship at all. But yeah, no, the age of Zeppelins. So,
I was literally gonna say that's not the first Zeppelin that the Hindenburg that fucking hit.
yeah, no, they just use stock photos. So. And then 1939, First Lord of the Admiralty Winston Churchill visited Scapa Flow, Orkney. Huh. That sounds... I've heard of Scapa Flow. Where's Scapa Flow?
Where's Orkney? That's what I'm
I think it's
for.
in Britain. Like... Because I've heard of Scapa Flow before. Just not enough to have it, like, be predominant in my mind, but I've heard
Scapa Flow, Orkney.
Scapa Flow... Oh, that's why. That's where they scuttled the German fleet in World War One. June 21st, 1919. They had like the entire German fleet after they surrendered in World War One. They scuttled it all.
Okay.
Shortly after the end of the First World War, the German Kaiserliche Marine was scuttled by its sailors while held off the harbor by the British Royal Navy base at Scapa Flow and the Orkney Islands of Scotland. So there we go. That's why I remember the name. So I'm going to add the link to this wiki in the underbar as well. Come on, let me post. There we go.
I am slamming my Google to... I'm just using my mic because I'm tired of typing.
Huh. Let's see here. I think that was my 3, so it's your turn again. 1939. There we go.
All right. Igor. Okay. 1939, world's first practical helicopter, the VS-300, designed by Igor Sikorsky, takes a tethered flight in Stratford, Connecticut. I think that what we did was we hired a few engineers from different countries, and on that flight they wanted it because you know how a helicopter flies. You got your left and right foot pedals, and then you got your either wheel or your handle. So they were trying to figure out how a gyroscope works. Because, I mean, it's a gyroscope. You have to have it adjust correctly. So, basically, they didn't let it get too far off the ground.
Yeah, I actually have a picture up here. They have it tethered, you know. But, like, wow, dude, like, that is bare bones. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the first plane, like... They were crazy. They just said, we're going to take off. They at least started getting smarter as we got to flight.
Yeah. Well, trial and error, man. And there's a lot of error. So. But yeah. I have a picture here of it with like a little bit of a body put on it too now. So. Looks like they're getting it ready for commercialization and such. But that's cool, dude. Let's see here. Blah, blah. There's, well, 1940, the Congress one. That's interesting there.
Well, what are they, first on draft law? I don't remember the first time there was an actual draft law, so...
Oh, we've had drafts forever. Like, actually, we've had, like, the whole draft thing, and this is why they
But I mean a peacetime draft law. I don't remember them actually writing a bill for it. I thought it rode out until Vietnam.
Yeah, no, this is well, if you read the article, it'll explain, you know, the situation.
I was elected to lead, not read.
All right. I will take it then. 1940, U.S. Congress passed the first peacetime conscription bill, or the draft law. So this was in preparation for the Second World War. Actually, we didn't. This was 1940. We didn't get attacked till December 7th, 1941. So, but we knew we would inevitably be going into it.
Oh, like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr.
What's up,
Sohan,
Scott?
welcome to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we go on your turn here? You take 1942, this historic event.
Yeah, let me get there.
All right. Well, actually, while you're getting there, I'm going to take this if that's all right with you. 1942, U.S. Navy Admiral Chester Nimitz presented the first Medal of Honor of World War II for courage and valor beyond the call of duty during the attack on Pearl Harbor to sailor John William Finn. Ceremony took place in Pearl Harbor aboard the USS Enterprise. Hey. USS Enterprise. Been like, the Enterprise, it's been a name in our Navy since, we began. The first Enterprise was a sailing ship, then we had, a lot more, and then now it's an aircraft carrier. So.
And everybody, if you ever get a chance to go to Hawaii, please visit the memorial with the Arizona and everything. They have a whole bridge, and it's beautiful. It's a wonderful place.
Yeah.
To respect the people that passed away there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mr. Sohan, you want to take 1948?
Okay. Hold on.
You gotta say Gerald Ford.
Girl. Well, Sohan appears to be having some technical difficulties, so...
No, I don't. I'm not. I'm looking at other stuff like this. 1944, Great Atlantic Hurricane hits New England. 300 to 400 die along the U.S. East Coast.
Dang. That's a
Oh
lot.
shit! I remember that.
Huh.
And the 1944, the U.S. 28th Infantry Division occupies 1.5 km Rodshed.
That's kilometers.
It's,
Rodshed is a municipality in the district of Bitburg-Prum in the Rhineland-Palatinate, Western Germany. So yeah, they're in Western Germany, World War II, 1944. There we go. So occupied 1.5 kilometers. So they're getting in there.
Yep. Now, 1948, Gerald Ford upset Representative Bartell J. Jonkman in Michigan's 5th District Republican primary. Wow, that fucking name, Jonkman.
Jonkman. At first I thought you said Drunkman, and I'm like, hold on, let me look at this again. Jonkman.
No, that's me.
Yeah. Yep.
A Jonkman.
But at the time, it was a high Democratic state, so it was kind of one of those big, historic events, for Gerald Ford.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. 1949, so if for your third one, that looks interesting. I guess not. Well, then I'll just take this one real quick. 1949, India's Constituent Assembly adopted Hindi as an official language, celebrated today as Hindi Day. So, happy Hindi Day, anyone who speaks Hindi. I don't, but it'd be interesting to learn.
I mean, they all speak, I think, 6 different languages there.
Let's see here. How many languages? They are
And-
commonly spoken in India. Let's see here. 22. Holy shit.
Holy shit!
And apparently it's a home of a total of 121 languages and 270 mother tongues. It is also,
I'm only going off the fact of people that I know from there that they speak 6 total right now.
Well, yeah, that's per person. This is the while India has 22 separate official languages, so these are not languages so not everybody speaks 22 languages. These are all languages most commonly spoken in India. The oldest of which is the world's oldest, Hindi. So
It is the world's, I think, 6,000 years.
Yeah, it's the world's oldest language still spoken. You know, unlike Latin or Sumerian or Sumatran or any of those things.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Mr. Carrera, if you do so wish, 1953.
1953. Let's see. Nikita Khrushchev, appointed first secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, succeeds Malenkov.
Yep, Nikita.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
They were actually pushing towards a Soviet communist.
Yep. Sorry.
But with the rich still being capitalist.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
So that's how they were doing that. I don't know.
Yep, you can't pick and choose and cherry pick like that, with those things in that time. That just won't work. So.
Yeah.
We have a music premiere here in 1954.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the show, The Slayer. The Slayer. The Doom Slayer. Oh, my camera a little bit over here so I can go. Mr. Carrera, do you want to take 1954?
I can try.
Go for it.
1950. Whoa, let's not start slamming me with music. 1954, Benjamin Brighton's opera Tune of the Screw premieres in Venice.
Yeah, Turn of the Screw.
What?
Turn of the Screw.
That's what I said. Turn of the Screw.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Tune of the Screw.
No.
Okay, my bad.
My brain might be restless, but I got it. But that was during the time when swing was really starting and opera was dying down. So composers like Benjamin Brighton were dying down. But so they were taking over like swing as we were losing it, and he was kind of the end of an era.
Dang. I honestly didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. It obviously has happened because, music evolves, everything changes, and, all that stuff.
I don't always have to use Google.
Yeah. And I'll just use Carrera.org, for my informational needs from now on. You have one more if you want. 1954.
Well, Scott, you're into baseball, right?
Scott's not here right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, so in 1954, Giants' Willie Mays gets 82nd extra base hit, breaks Mel Ott's record, which was a big deal at that time because Willie Mays was kind of one of the first big black
athletes,
baseball players, where the race stopped being such a thing. It was more, you had Jackie Robinson and all that, but Willie Mays was an amazing MLB player. So
they started actually focusing on talent rather than what you look like.
Exactly.
What a concept,
Amazing.
Yeah.
So hands clap for him.
All I can see about Willie Mays is that picture of him. He looks like my dad when he's looking for his glasses.
So why did you even do that to me, dude? Now I picture your dad as not a Jew guy, but
not.
a black man wearing fucking. He totally is.
My dad's a Canadian.
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 Oh my god.
Hey.
Tutti frutti.
Yeah, 1955. Actually, Soen, I think it's your turn. If you want to
Okay,
take 1955.
Okay, 1955. Let's see what comes up before 1955.
All right. Well, I don't want any dead
US,
air, so let's keep this going, man.
1954, USSR performs nuclear tests.
Again, okay. Which
Yeah.
reminds me, though,
And 19
Carrera, still got to show you that video of every nuke explosion between 1945 and 1990. Like,
I've seen a fuck ton of them, and I saw the first helo blast that they did. That was what 1.5 megatons.
yeah, no, I'm talking. There's a video that shows the world map, and it shows you like where all the tests are conducted.
Oh, like where they've all,
yeah, like
Yeah.
U.S., UK, China, Pakistan, France, stuff like that. So,
Arizona.
well, Arizona's part of the U.S., but yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I want this. I want it.
You want
I
1955?
got two more. I got two more.
Hold on,
19
let Carrara take it.
I've got to do this one. In 1955, Little Richard records Tutti Frutti at J&M Studios in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Tutti Frutti on Rudy.
Oh, Rudy!
Tutti Frutti on Rudy.
After that, he went and got Jay and the what's it called? But in 1962, he is the one that developed the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
And he also paid for all their recording, all their food, and along with them, the Rolling Stones. So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have even had.
Well, the only rolling I do is rolling with laughter, and I certainly am stoned. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
Does that make me a Rolling Stone?
You can.
Possibly. Very possible.
Mr. Soen, sorry about interrupting your turn.
Yeah, but yeah.
Very possible.
But go on ahead, sir.
1954, Hurricane Edna, second of 54, hit New York City, $5 million of damage.
50.
Oh, $50 million of damage. I don't fucking care.
That's a lot of damage. You're gonna need a lot of flex tape to fix that.
Get some flex seal.
Yeah.
Actually did a lot of damage to the first skyscrapers that they were building, and actually killed a few people that were in the middle of building skyscrapers, the ones that you see sitting on top eating lunch.
So they actually had people
actually
up there while the winds were blowing? That's not cool.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit. There was no OSHA.
Wow. Who do you think they were?
they didn't
Amazon?
care.
So, yeah, no, there were no safety standards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not even safety standards. You'd think, oh, hey, the wind is blowing a car down the street. Maybe I shouldn't stand on this building,
They don't care. You either up there or you get fucking replaced.
True.
These
Yeah,
people.
definitely.
This is right after so much metal shortage and food and the depression. They had to make money after coming home from the war. They didn't care. They'd go up there and they'd work.
I mean, you do have a point. When your last job was getting shot at for a living, getting blown off a building doesn't seem as bad. So.
In 1956, IBM introduced the RAMAC 305, first commercial computer with a hard drive that uses magnetic disk storage, weighs over a ton.
Dang. Man.
So at the time when they built that, the government had 20 something built in this one area. And they had secretaries like you see, the one over there working on the typewriter.
Yep.
They had to lay out, it was almost 1 million stacks of paper that could not get out of
Order.
the way it was stacked.
You're talking about the punch card system, right?
Yeah, and if it did, it was all fucked. You had to do it again.
Yeah. My mom actually worked on punch card computers back in the day.
Wow.
So, like, she might have been, like, one of these ladies in the chair that you're talking about. I don't know, like... Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
Yeah. That's wild. 1,000,000 pages. Fuck that, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. So... Oh, well, 1958, the first one, Sohen. That's really interesting right there.
I'll take
Let's
it.
see.
1958, 2 rockets designed by the German engineer Ernst Mohr. The first German post-war rockets reach upper atmosphere.
Nice.
So that's the first time we actually break the stratosphere.
No, they actually broke it. The first man-made object was a V-2 rocket during wartime. So the first time humanity ever touched space, it was while we were trying to kill each other. What a great legacy to leave, am I right?
Oh, you are right. Excuse me.
Yeah, but this is the first post-war rockets. So, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I was proven wrong?
Well, you weren't proven wrong. You were right in a way. Like, this is post-war. So, yeah. Never look at anything as right and wrong. Look at everything as, stipulations, semantics. Like, the right and wrong is not black and white, unless you're, like, way off. But, like, it's all in perspective,
I'm here for comic relief. Everything that I told you guys earlier was absolutely wrong. I made it up, so...
Okay, C-3PO.
Beep bop, beep bop.
Alright, so, whose turn is it? Soen has one more if you want 1958 here.
1958, Yankees win 24th pennant and 9th under Casey Stengel.
And by the way, Mr. Slayer, if you'd like to join in, but we're going to be doing a split here soon. Actually, I'm going to be doing the split here after I say this. If you, it's all the way at the bottom on our Discord server, Omni Coalition. There's a category called shows, and then there's a channel called TDH script. There are 3 links here in the first one, today's historical events. Other than that, you could be watching my stream because I keep that up to date with what we're reading, as well as showing up, any other, if I'm looking up information or an image or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to do the split here real quick. So welcome to part 2. We are now up in the year 1960, in which Dmitry Shostakovich became a member of the Communist Party of the USSR. He's a composer, so a musician for the Ruskies. All right.
The funny thing is, I believe he started in America. We'll have to look that up to fact check, but I believe he started here in the U.S.
He may be. I'm trying to find anything here for the U.S., but I'm not finding anything here.
He's Russian.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely Russian.
No, I clicked on it by, the Russian composer.
Yeah, Russian and Soviet.
He worked under the... Ooh, he survived Stalin.
He's a Stalin survivor? Oh, wow. That's a feat in and of itself.
That is, after 30 to 50 million people.
Well, Stalin, during the Great Purge, he invented Photoshop, essentially. Like, you've seen those pictures where, like, he's with those guys, and, like, there's another picture where one of the guys is just gone,
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, another picture where another guy was just gone, like, yeah. In 1964, Walt Disney was awarded Medal of Freedom at the White House. Oh, that guy.
Also, 1964, President Lyndon Johnson presents Walter Lippmann with the President Medal of Freedom. The same thing.
For what?
But same thing with a different person.
President Medal of Freedom? Okay, yeah. Huh. Well, who was Walter Lippmann then?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have us find out. He is a writer. Walter Lippmann was a U.S. writer, reporter, and political commentator with a career spanning 60 years. He is famous for being among the first to introduce the concept of Cold War, coining the term. So, yeah, that's right. This guy coined the term Cold War. So, yeah.
Okay.
All
now
right.
we know who he is.
I'm gonna definitely add that link in the underbar here.
That's a very good, like,
tidbit of history, fact, whatever the word is, thing of information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see here. You know what? Let's just go to Carrera. Take 1968. I don't know how many I took, so just as I said, we go 3 for 3. So we read 3 articles and the next guy, so that way we all get decent amount of time on screen and all that stuff. So.
Well, I don't know much of sports history, but I can say in 1968, the Detroit Tigers had a badass season because my buddy was about it. Now, I don't know who Denny McClain is, but it's his 30 victory of, like, wow.
So this is the 30th win of the season. So of the season, this is the 30th time he won. His team has won.
That's amazing.
Oh, actually, no, because the team switched people in and out. So this was, for the Tigers, this was his personal, for that team, 30th win. So the Tigers, as a team, could have won 40 times, and he's been there for 30 of them. So, I don't know. They literally make up things for everything nowadays. It's ridiculous. So
you can never, differentiate sometimes.
Yeah. Well, hey, you got the boxing cowboy here. 1968.
Not me.
No, it's still your turn. You read 3 articles. You read 1. You have 2 more to read, and then we go to the next one.
I gotta do sports back to back. All right.
Well, if you don't want to, you can.
In 1968, Jimmy, don't interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
Wow. In 1968, Jimmy Ellis beats Floyd Patterson in a 15 for heavy. Hold on.
Yeah, rounds. 15 rounds. Yeah.
In 15 for heavyweight boxing title. That's a lot of, man, he got his head busted.
Yeah, no, this guy was a G, He's a boxing champion right there, Floyd Patterson. Why he decided to dress up as a cowboy for a photo shoot is beyond me, but that's why I call him a boxing
I don't
cowboy.
know, but he can dress up. I don't care if he dresses up as a clown.
Yeah.
If he went that way, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Used to see 1968. Holy shit.
Which one?
1969.
Well, I saw the USSR one. That's interesting, but you said 1969? Huh.
As well, yeah,
that
too.
is interesting. Well, you know what? Why don't you take these other 2, Carrera, 68 and 69? This one here and then this one here.
All right. In 1968, USSR's Zon 5 is launched on first circumpolar flight, which means they obviously were following the sun, I'm guessing.
Let's see here. Hold on a second. Why did that copy that one? Hold on, I'm having some. Okay, here. Circumlunar flights. Here we go. In orbital mechanics, a circumlunar trajectory, translunar trajectory, or lunar free return is a type of free return trajectory which takes a spacecraft from Earth around the far side of the Moon and back to Earth using only gravity once the initial trajectory is set. So this was the first time we used a slingshot, we used the Moon as a gravity force to slingshot a rocket back to the Earth. And that's essentially
now I sound like an
Apollo
idiot.
No, you're not an idiot. You just didn't know. This is essentially how. This is why I looked it up. We're here to spread education. This is how Apollo 13 got back to Earth.
And don't worry about being an idiot. We have one in. And don't worry about being an idiot. We have one in the office.
Yeah.
We've had many in office, and I don't want to get into that.
Hey, the bar is really low, man. So you don't need to worry about anything.
I bet Biden couldn't even explain that one.
He will make it a law. He will make it a law, making it illegal.
Anyway, what happened in 1969 here, Mr. Carrera?
Well, in 1969, male voters of Swiss canton Schwarzsachsen rejected female suffrage?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
They're denying them the right to vote, yeah. Yep.
I didn't know the Swiss were kind of like that, but
Yep. Well, the Swiss, I believe the Swiss were on the Axis powers in World War II. Actually, no, they weren't. No. The Swiss were neutral. However, the Swiss were neutral, but they have heavy ties with the Vatican, which was in Rome, which was Italy, Benito Mussolini. You know, so.
So they took the hardcore route with, I guess you would say, the
Supporting
hardcore
uncool things. Yeah.
It was a hardcore Catholic Church thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I'm not trying to be like, like that, but
yeah.
At the time, in the religious scheme of things, women weren't allowed to do anything in almost any religion.
Yeah.
Welcome, Alice.
Welcome back, Alice.
I'm in 1 minute. I'm punching out. So.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I join.
Who you hitting?
While you're punching out, let's move on to the Slayer. Would you like to take some? The Slayer. Would you like to take some articles here?
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna go onto the link real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna read it through the link.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Historical events.
We're all the way down at 1973.
Alrighty.
Yep. Good old. I am not a crook. You know.
I already did that.
Dude, this bastard was born just essentially down the street from where I'm at now.
Damn.
Richard Nixon, a piece of shit. He's the reason why we're having such problems with China. You know, he opened up trade with them, and look at how that worked out.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
Yeah, and then he final nail in the coffin. Getting rid of the gold standard. It first started off in World War II under FDR, I believe, and then Nixon just furthered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, awful.
He didn't help matters.
Yes, I understand you, robot.
Oh, we got a robot in here.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Decepticon.
Yeah.
0100010.
I'm translating. Give me 1 second.
Anyway, are you there yet, Slayer?
Yeah, I'm there.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, alright. In 1973, U.S. President Richard Nixon signed into law a measure lifting pro football's blackout.
Huh. Let me increase your outbound a little bit so I can hear you slightly better. There we go.
I might need to turn it up. I might actually have to turn my mic up.
Yeah, that would be very appreciated, honestly.
I'm noticing a
pro football's blackout. Does anybody know what that means? What is a pro football blackout?
Honestly, not sure. I watch football, but I'm not sure what that is. I'll look it up.
Let's see. A sports blackout is when a sports event that was scheduled to be televised is not aired in a particular media market. This blackout may prevent transmission of sports programming on local broadcast networks and/or non-broadcast platforms such as cable and satellite television. I have a feeling this might have something to do with that one. There's some football game or something playing, and then the TV, the station had scheduled on the next hour for. I don't remember. It's some Disney show. And
Heidi.
The game, yeah, Heidi. Yeah, you know about what I'm talking about. And the game went to OT overtime, but it's okay, it's 5 o'clock, time for Heidi, and then boom, it's just Heidi, and then oh god, people were mad.
Over.
So yeah.
So I can imagine how many people were upset about it.
Yeah. So that explains.
Especially that was a time when football was the biggest sport in the world, besides soccer.
Well, at least American football, or United States football. Which, by the way, do you know why it's called football? Because the ball is a foot long.
Yep.
Yep.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is there's speaking of football and football or soccer, like they're all English inventions.
Yeah.
When you look back at it, because the foot and actually like our imperial unit of measurement was a British invention, because the foot, 12 inches. It was as I believe it's true, but yeah, at least in urban urban myth or whatever the word is. They measured it off of whatever the king was, his foot. He had like a 12-inch long foot, so that's the basis of the imperial unit of measurement that the U.S. uses. They actually started calling football soccer, and then we started calling it that when we were still colonists or something like that. And then they doubled back on everything they've done, and then they mock us for using what they invented. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey-o.
I have to take 1 second because we have to take a commercial break. If Xander gets 400 views on this video, he has to eat one of these.
No, I will. No, I decline. No. I will die. No.
It's part of
absolutely not.
it's part of his contract. Sorry.
I don't remember signing anything. Show me
I'm
the
his
contract.
agent. I'm his agent.
When did all this happen? I was unaware. God, did I black out while high as fuck? Like, did I do a Tim Shitsby? Holy shit!
Full of hangover?
I don't know, man. I don't remember any of this, but like, I hope I'm not in a binding contract to eat that gummy bear, because I would die. Seriously, I can't do spicy. I cannot. Like.
You do realize I'm making fun of something.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing off of it.
But yeah, you are actually binded by contract.
Fuck.
Sorry, man.
Anyway,
I am the
Slayer.
ruler of all that is man.
Alice, you can attest. Like how white am I? I can't do spiciness. Like, I
No,
understand.
you suck at spice.
Yeah. I am not a spice
You are
girl.
not. You are obviously not a spice girl.
No.
No,
you can't
not
see it
one
that well,
bit.
but he has like a super spicy, or like not spicy, but like hot gummy bear, and
Ooh.
yeah.
I almost. Speaking of
5 million
spice,
Scoville units.
God. The Slayer, you have one more here. 1975.
In 1975, Mother Elizabeth Ann Bailey Seton, I don't know if it's Seton or Seton,
Doesn't matter.
canonized as first U.S.-born saint by Pope Paul VI.
Our first saint. There she is, Miss Alice. Isn't she just a cutie?
Here she is, walking on air.
Yep.
I would turn my camera on, but you would just see an OBS logo.
Okay. Let's see here. Whose turn is it now? I'm trying to keep things in a clockwork motion, but people keep turning their
Hey, how
cameras
about
on
this?
and off.
I'll do these next three. I'll do the
Okay.
next three. I haven't done
Alright.
any a three since the beginning of the show.
Yeah. So
Here we go. So we in 78.
Yep.
We got the Braves. Jim Bouton, 38, beats the Giants. His first win since 1970. What the hell?
Wow. 8 years a loser? That sucks. Holy
I was a
shit.
bridesmaid, never a bride.
Damn.
What
Oh
do we
wow,
got here?
Alice,
Ooh.
1978,
Ooh, I
the
see
last one.
Dude, I saw that. I just saw it was, ooh, yeah, we got 1978, the Provisional Irish Republic Army explode over 50 bombs in towns across Northern Ireland over the next 5 days, injuring 37 people.
Well, at least it didn't kill anybody, but that's a lot of bombs, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
50? 50 of them? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot. And then we got, in 1979, we got the USSR performs a nuclear test at Eastern Kazakh Semploplisnik, USSR.
I was thinking you were going to take the one above that, because that's really wild.
I was going to do that too. But here we go. Theodore, and also same day in 1979, we got Theodore Coombs completes 5,193 mile roller skate from LA to New York City and back to Yates Center, Kansas.
Wow.
Jesus.
This guy
Just
roller
roller
skated
skating.
forever.
He Forrest Gumped it on skates.
Yeah, essentially.
Dude, I bombed the hill in front of my house on roller skates. He ain't got nothing on me.
UMC
I don't know, man. This guy
going
roller skated from LA to New York and then to Kansas. Like,
Kansas.
I don't know, like, hey, like, I'll cover it. If you want to do that, I'll cover it. Hey, we're on day 3 and Carrera's now in Wichita, or so I don't know. Like.
There we go.
Carrera's now in the hospital with 3 broken
ankle.
yeah. 3 broken ankles. How does that even happen?
He broke his ankle.
It got one of the ankles got broken
He
twice.
broke his ankle so hard it affected him in another reality.
No,
Yeah. He broke his ankle in another universe.
they fixed one ankle and then he realized his insurance declined and he rebroke it.
No.
He pulled it. Dude, he pulled an Alice.
He
Oh
ate
my
shit so
God.
hard, he instantly grew a vestigial ankle just for it to break.
Just to break again.
Yes.
And, oh
Speaking
yeah,
of-
guess who's talking on Xbox now? Me.
Nice.
Now for a new update, you can use your Discord on your Xbox.
Oh, that's cool. So you're actually
Well, you
on your Xbox right now in the show. That's pretty cool.
They should add that. They should add that feature to PlayStation.
They might.
Maybe.
They will probably.
They better.
Well,
Yeah,
let's see here.
they're doing it now since everything's becoming all crossplay. They're doing that shit now, probably.
Well, getting back onto the subject matter here, 1983, U.S. House of Representatives voted 416 to none in favor of a resolution condemning Russia for shooting down a Korean jetliner. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
Sounds like a
good.
personal problem.
Well, it's something to do with, I think they strayed kind of into, like, North Korean airspace or something, or I don't know. I don't know the semantics,
that-
but
Is that airplane that got shut down that we were talking about in the news the other day?
maybe. I'm not sure. The one with the spy? Like,
Are you talking about Malaysian?
no.
No.
Somewhere else.
This is a Korean flight that was shot down, I think, by Russia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe. But then in 1984, the first MTV Video Music Awards, The Cars won with You Might Think, and David Bowie won with China Girl. David Bowie.
Hold on. I get to say something here.
Yes.
David Bowie was born with one of the actual genetic disorders to where one of his eyes was a different color than the other.
Oh, he had one of those. Okay.
He also played in The Prestige, which is a Christopher Nolan film,
Yes.
as Tesla.
Yes, he did.
Oh, Nikola Tesla?
Nikola
That's
Tesla.
wicked, dude. I want to see this now.
And I just watched it before we got on because I love that movie. But he is actually a really good actor, and yes, he was born with the deformity to where one of his eyes was bluish hazel, and then brown.
Yeah, he's got a blue eye and a brown eye. He's got one of those rarity things.
Yeah.
I remember in
what-
Wayne's World 2 when they're
Actually-
trying to make Wayne stock, they make fun of, Kevin Pollak because he's got the same thing going on, and they keep making eye jokes.
Actually, wouldn't he have a blue eye and 2 brown eyes?
Yep.
Oh.
Sorry,
Wink, wink.
Hey, I don't mean to
Come
make
on,
him the butt end
Canada.
of a joke or anything.
Jesus, Ander.
Rest
I'm
in peace.
sorry.
Rest in peace, Bowie.
Speaking of people resting in peace, in 1985, The Golden Girls, starring B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty, debuted on NBC. So,
You know they had a spin-off?
that doesn't surprise me.
Yep.
I'm sure it's in the works if it hasn't been yet, or
No.
they're revamp of it.
They had one. Don Cheadle was in it. And
No,
Cheech
geez.
Marin.
Oh, Don Cheadle.
Oh, Don Cheadle.
Golden Heights, I think it was called.
Huh.
It's like
I remember that.
Looks like a mix between a roach and a beetle.
Huh. God. Anyway, I believe it is now Carrera's turn again. 1986 baseball event.
I don't get. Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. It's just how the turns come, man.
Actually, I do know a little bit about this. So, in '86, Bo Jackson's first home run bat 470-foot blast, longest in Royal Stadium history.
Dang. 475 is
So-
a long home run.
That is a badass hit for a man who played 3
Hey,
sports.
Spiker. Hey, Spiker.
Yo,
He could have
show's getting
easily
full.
been one of the
Show's
running
getting really
backs.
full here.
So
What's
what,
up,
what with
Spike?
it?
If you think about it, Bo Jackson could easily have been one of the greatest running backs in history.
Yep.
He probably was close to it.
And it's sad because it's a weird fact because he only played for a few seasons. He didn't play in the NFL very long.
No.
He was
He
only in there,
didn't.
what, 5 years? He wasn't in long at all.
Bo Jackson, though, but there was a thing that came out that was political that I can tell you, and I want everyone to look this up. There was a shirt that my friend wore all the time back in high school when we were like punk and metal, and it said, Bo don't know like Ro, because he always had that slogan, you don't know Bo.
Yeah.
So, Bo don't know like Ro was a shirt.
Let's see here. Bo don't know like Roe.
Man, Al Bundy was the greatest quarterback ever, man. What you talking about?
I'm
No,
not finding
Bill
this
Dozer.
shirt.
I
Yeah, Bo
believe
knows.
it means because Bo knows, and I believe it was Roe versus Wade.
Oh,
Isn't that guy right there?
okay. So it's a recent thing.
No, it was back when I was,
That was back during the
20
Oh.
fucking 4 years ago.
Damn, how old are you, medieval?
I'm old, man.
Oh, you medieval. Oh my god.
Already
Damn.
What the hell?
Jesus.
Bro just took a shot at him.
Oh my god.
No, shall not.
Anyway, Carrera, you have another one
Fucking
here.
thinks- Who just walks in and thinks they know me?
Damn.
You're just like, what the fuck are you?
Anyway, Carrera, you have another one here in 1987. Some more sports history, unfortunately.
Oh
I'm
man,
sorry,
Cal
I'm sorry.
Ripken Jr.
Yeah.
87. Cal Ripken Jr.'s record streak of 8,243 consecutive innings, 908 games, is finally broken.
Dang. But by who?
It's not showing me. I don't even know that like fact.
by me.
Check the Carfax.
Let's see here. I just searched for Ripken's record. The streak. Let's see here. What ended Cal? No. Will Cal Ripken ever?
I did.
Broken?
I
Huh.
did it.
Well, they said it's broken, but I'm not
I
finding
broke it.
Huh. Anyway, without
Yeah,
some
look at-
extensive research, I'm not really going to find anything about that, unfortunately. So, anyway, moving on up. Let's just skip tennis. Like, we've been having too much tennis lately.
You're damn right.
Please.
Dude, there's always something with tennis in history. Every day there's something about tennis.
Yeah.
Marshall Falk. I haven't seen that in a while. I haven't seen that name in a long time.
Dude, this freaking
There was one about nuclear test sites.
Yeah, I
What?
see that there. Well, like every day, like especially around this time of year, we're gonna get nuclear tests because they are seasonal. Like there is a season for nuclear tests. Kind of strange to say.
Holy shit.
But Spike,
What? They exported a freaking subway car?
yeah, I was actually Spike. It's your turn. If you don't mind, I'd like you to start your turn reading that one
91.
here.
Alright. So starting off with
Go
91
for
or
it.
what?
Go for it.
The U.S. performs nuclear tests in Nevada test site. Is that
Yeah.
a Roswell?
Yeah, at what year though?
Oh, 1991.
Yeah.
Boom, bitch.
Damn.
And then in 1992, the first subway car completed to be exported from the U.S. to Taiwan.
Yeah, so essentially the first subway car we made with the intent of selling it abroad, of actually exporting it, not for our own use, and specifically for Taiwan, the first one. So that's pretty cool.
So it never got exported? What the fuck?
No, it did. It did get exported.
Why would we be sending stuff to Taiwan though? Don't we get stuff from them?
Well, they
Yeah.
don't make their own subway cars, but they need subways, So at least they didn't make their own cars back then. this is all part of trade. Like they export stuff
We
to
get
us,
ours
we
from
export
Japan,
stuff to them.
man. They came from here. Have you been on the metro?
Well, Japan back at that time was suffering extreme economic, suffering. Like in the '90s, Japan was crap. So
Yep.
No, we got our metro from there.
I thought we got our metro from the UK.
I don't know. I seen Chinese labels.
Oh well, they probably
Sure,
built
Take
the
a
stuff.
picture next time.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
I
I
gotta
think
be
you're
quiet for 10 minutes because I'm
you're
on a bus, so I'm
Okay.
just letting you know now.
Okay.
You're misinterpreting what's happening with how we're dealing with China.
Anyway,
That's not China. It's Taiwan.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
Holy
get
shit.
back on track here. Speaking of subways, let's get back on track. 1996, Mr. Spike.
1996. All right. 21st Toronto International Film Festival. Shine. Oh, you want to do the baseball one?
Oh yeah, well, you can read that one if you want.
Film Festival Shine, directed by Scott Hicks, wins People's Choice Award.
All right.
Toronto's in Canada.
It
It's
is.
like
Yes.
the
That is
baseball record, 1996, as Mark McGuire is the 13th player to hit 50 home runs in a season. Hell yeah! I remember that guy.
That's the name of the team, though, the A's. So that's why.
Oh, yeah.
He's of the A's. So
Why is
Of
the
the
apostrophe
A's.
on the other side?
I don't know. Oh no, A's is because when you have a plural, but you're using it to describe something it owns. So like the A's is Mark McGuire. He was of the A's. So you have the apostrophe after the S to signify there's another S after that without putting in the S there. Grammar is weird.
Teleprompter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Anyway,
it's my turn.
no, Spike has one more, I think, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. You're correct. It's
Yeah.
Want to
two.
do the 98?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, this 98 here, this is interesting. That's a lot of money.
Telecommunication companies. Let's see, 1998. Telecommunication companies MCI Communications and WorldCom complete their 37 billion merger from MCI WorldCom. There was 37 billion dollars in 1998.
Apparently, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's their merger. So like that's not what they spent. That's their total because they merged and they formed MCI WorldCom, which became a $37 billion company.
Which MCI became AT&T. Well, and then Singular, and then AT&T.
You know they own all the cables on the sewers.
Yep. Now it's Sohan's turn in 2001.
2001 the historical National Prayer Service held at Washington National Cathedral for victims of the September 11th attacks. Similar services held in Canada on Parliament Hill, the largest ritual ever held on the nation's capital.
Dang.
Wow.
So that's really
Holy
cool.
shit.
The largest ever in a foreign nation for an act taken upon us. That's
Yep.
oh, that's a lot
it
right
is.
there, dude. Yep.
Also, I'm skipping golf because
Golf.
I'm too patient.
I just thought about it. On the 23rd.
Ooh, 2003.
Redacted.
2003, Sweden rejects
Hey,
adopting the
that was
euro
2 days.
in a referendum.
I was 3 days old at that time.
3 days old?
Yeah.
Dang. Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
14.
right.
Yeah, I was like 2 days old.
Huh.
Yeah, I was still in the hospital.
Little baby slayers still in metal diapers.
Yeah.
You have a millennial?
Yep.
Yep.
You used their diapers.
Metal diapers.
I still looked like an alien at that time.
You still do.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
2000.
Is that cool?
True.
Anyway,
Also, 2007. 2007. Restrictions on the traditional Latin Mass are officially removed in the Roman Catholic Church as Pope Benedict XVI. Motu Pormimo Samarono Pactofum! I don't know why I did it like a spell.
Oh, got it.
Effect.
he's Italian, not British. He's a muggle. He's not a wizard.
Who knows?
What you
Actually,
know?
that's true. Maybe he is a
What's
wizard.
that malarkey right there?
Yeah. Oh my god, is everybody on the bus hearing us? Okay. Oh my God. Hello, bus. How you doing?
Talking to me?
I know I'm yelling at the bus that Alice is in. So
Oh.
anyway, so and that was your three, right?
This is my friend Charlie back here.
Yes,
Hello,
it
Charlie.
is.
Do you remember she was? We had the hotel party together.
Yeah. Anyway, so and it's still your turn, right? Or did you do your three? I didn't count.
I got one more.
Okay.
2009, David Attenborough and Prince William officially opened the Darwin Centre at the National History Museum in London, in what is the museum's most significant expansion since 1881.
Wow. Over 100 years.
Yes.
That's incredible. So your tennis, blah. Let's just skip over that.
And more tennis. And more
Slayer.
tennis.
It is Slayer's turn in 2011. Slayer, you there?
2011.
Yep.
Oh, yep, got here. In 2011, Elizabeth Warren announces she intends to run for the Democratic nomination for the 2012 Massachusetts senatorial election.
Huh. Elizabeth Warren. The only Warren I know is the Warren Commission, and I'm not even sure if she's.
I know that lady.
Only Warren I know is the Warren Buffett.
Oh, that's another one.
Yes. See that bitch that pretty much thought she was one part Cherokee.
Oh, the she was claiming to be a Native American, and she wanted to some of the reparations stuff. Yeah, I remember that. So.
Yeah, that was her. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I remember the name. If you want, this 2012 is interesting here.
Ooh. Oh yeah, in 2012, 21 people are killed after a ferry sank in Indonesia. That was, wow.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was certainly something.
Yeah. You're a bit older, but still in metal diapers.
More golf.
More golf. If you want to take this golf one, it's up to you, but then there's this other historic event here. Oh, God.
Oh.
What the hell? Why are they in the same
no,
picture?
it's the robot. It's the robot.
Hey, look, finally someone Alice can speak to.
Yo, it's Zuckerberg the robot.
Go for it. 2015. Oh, look at Alice being all smoochy-woochy.
I freaking wish it would have shown something for the NFL.
Well, okay, at least I'm being smoochy-woochy and not douchey-boochy.
That is true.
Wait.
Anyway, Slayer, go for it. 2015.
In here, guys.
Okay. In 2015, 14-year-old Texan Ahmed Mohammed arrested at school when homemade clock assumed to be a bomb. Mark Zuckerberg and U.S. President Barack Obama sent supportive tweet.
I remember that, dude, because he was like Middle Eastern or something. Like he had brown skin. They assumed he had made a bomb, and it was actually just a clock. Like, oh my God, dude.
Your name is Ahmed Mohammed. Come on, man.
Yeah, a Texan, no doubt. Speaking of Texans, we have a Texan.
I don't know, man. I mean, I forgive the people that assume that because it's
yeah. Anyway, moving on up into 2015, Malcolm Turnbull ousted Tony Abbott as Australian Prime Minister and leader of the ruling Liberal Party. Ugh. Yeah. Yep. And we have 2017, 19 people died when a boat capsized on the Yamun River in Uttar Pradesh, India. And that's because, they just overload all these boats. The ferry from earlier, they overload them and then they sink, buoyancy only has so far. So
times like this, you need a duck boat.
A duck boat, yes.
From the Wisconsin Dells, yeah, the duck boat. Oh, ew! You can have this one, Zan.
2017, Selena Gomez revealed she had a kidney transplant because of lupus donated by her friend Franca Rice. Okay. So that sucks that she had lupus. Yeah. I had no idea. Selena Gomez had lupus. Wow.
What's lupus?
It's a terminal illness. It's let me look it up. What is lupus? Let's see here.
The disease.
Lupus is a chronic, long-term disease that can cause inflammation and pain in any part of your body. It is an autoimmune disease, essentially. Like, it can affect the joints, skin, kidneys, blood cells, brain, heart, and lungs. Symptoms can vary, but can include fatigue, joint pain, rash, and fever. They can periodically get worse.
Are you talking about lupus?
Yes.
My mom has lupus.
Yeah. Like, while there is no cure for lupus, current treatments focus on improving quality of life through controlling symptoms and minimizing flare-ups. This begins with lifestyle modifications, including sun protection and diet. Further disease management includes medications such as anti-inflammatories and steroids, and in the case of Selena Gomez here, she needed a full kidney transplant. So she has a terminal disease. This will kill her. So, yeah.
Scratch her off my list.
So Selena Gomez, because she got a bad kidney, she now has lupus?
No, she had lupus, and then she got a kidney transplant because of it.
She's young to have that. That's rare that people that age get that.
Yeah, no, see here it says, Selena Gomez revealed she had a kidney transplant because of lupus, donated by her friend, Francia Reyes.
Oh, okay.
So
Maybe
she has
I read
lupus.
that one. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that sucks. So.
Sorry about that.
That's
Microwaving my Dinos.
I want some Tortitos right now. That sounds really good. But
No, you can't have my Dinos.
Can I take that 2019?
I'm waiting till after the show.
all right.
Okay, so it might be a little loud because of the background, but we have 2019. We have a drone attack in Abaquic oil plant in Saudi Arabia. Takes out half the country's oil production and 5% of the world's. Yemen Houthi rebels claim the responsibility of it.
Holy crap, dude.
That's 5% impact on the world. I remember when this happened.
That's insane. A drone attack too. Wow.
Well, California's not gonna have to worry about oil much. Pretty soon.
This is what happens when we leave our military stuff behind in other countries.
No, we're going full electric by 2025.
Yeah, sure. Like, yeah.
Supposedly.
No, I thought it was 2035.
What?
Yeah, they said we were there by 2035, 2035. They're aiming to. Yeah.
We're cool.
Yeah. So we have more than 2 years. We have 12. So. Anyway, I don't remember whose turn it was, so let's just have Slayer read 2020 here, the Israel one. You there, Slayer?
Really?
Yeah. 2020, Israel becomes the first country to announce a second national lockdown due to COVID-19 for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long were we locked down for?
Forever. Some places still are locked down. So.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Moving on up. 2021. What a perfect article for me. California Governor Gavin Newsom defeated a state vote to recall him from office. Yeah, I voted. I voted to recall him. And then in retaliation, he reinstituted the mask mandates and started a light lockdown thing for a little while. So, man, this guy is just trash. I hate this guy so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ted Cruz, man. He went all the way to freaking on vacation.
Yeah, I don't know. But we have
Dude,
another one here. 2021, U.S. records lowest level of people living in poverty since records began in 1967. What a fucking lie. 9.1% versus 11.8% in 2019 due to increase in government aid. Yeah, no, that's such a lie. That's such a BS. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about it. A bunch of kids that graduated high school got free money.
Yeah. Yep. Well, anyway, before we move on into births and deaths, anybody who's, anybody watching, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Do you have any questions? Is there anything you want to elaborate on? Leave something in the comment section. We will talk with you. Start a convo, like all that stuff. Anyway, let's move on into births here. I'm going to start us off while everybody's doing their own switch. So in the year 786, we have Al-Ma'mun, 7th Caliph of the Abbasid Caliphate from 813 through 833. Born in Baghdad, died in 833. So he died in office. Yep. And then moving on up into 1769, we have Alexander von Humboldt. It was a German nationalist and explorer, Cosmos, born in Berlin, Germany, dying in 1859.
What's a naturalist?
A naturalist. So let's see here. A naturalist? Well, it's just telling me famous naturalist. I just saw Steve Irwin for a second, so he's a naturalist. But what?
Xander, if you see me moving smoothly, it's because you can guess it right. I am in one of those stupid electrical
Are
carts.
you kidding me? Oh my God, Alice. You're not that fat. Come on, you don't need that.
But it's my knee.
Oh, my knee.
My knee grows.
Alice, no, don't do that
Whoa.
again, please. Yeah.
Expert.
My knee does grow though.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
Alice, we are on air. Please, let's.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
let's be chill.
Yeah, we're doing a thing, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is
I
natural
blame it
history,
on the
man?
handicap card, okay?
Goddamn. Well, look at that. Like, she gets into the car and she's in Walmart and she starts yelling racial slurs. She's becoming a Walmart person, you know? Like, wow. Fitting the stereotype there, Miss Alice. Anyway, a naturalist is an expert in or the study of natural history, or a person who practices naturalism in art or literature. So, you know.
What the hell?
Yeah, to answer your question there, Mr. Spike.
Listen here, Karen.
That shouldn't happen naturally.
Yeah, no, there's like someone in the study of natural history, you know.
Oh yeah, it's right there, life science, biologist, botanist.
Yeah, like
So someone who looks at flowers all day.
that too, you know. That's a naturalist. There is a word specifically for flower study. Like, I do know that the study of fish.
I'm a naturalist.
Yep, yeah, you are. You are the only one here without a shirt. You're as natural as they get, bro. But like, I do know that the study of fish is called ichthyology. You know, specifically.
Yes,
So,
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
What is the study of dummies wearing vests?
I don't know, but we're gonna have to invest
Got
in
the
that.
idiot's guide to
Investigate.
that.
You should know, man. That's your era.
Yep. Anyway, Mr.
I'm that-
Carrera, it is your turn
Oh.
now. In bursts and deaths, though, we go 2 by 2, not 3 by 3, because there might not always be a lot. So
Don't give me Margaret Sanger. Do not.
you don't want Margaret Sanger or Seiko? We will we'll switch
Because
you.
you know what's
I'll
gonna
do
happen.
I'll do this one.
Yeah.
I'll take the women card here, okay?
Okay.
Right.
We do have a woman in the chat, so awesome.
All right. So in 1879, we have Margaret Sanger, an American nurse and birth control proponent and feminist, born in Corning, New York. She's the one that founded Planned Parenthood.
Ah.
Yeah.
She died in 1966, it looks like.
Oh hell, Margaret Sanger.
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
You know, kids having kids, man. This is what people shouldn't have kids, bro.
Well,
Hey, you're my dog, dude. I'm just gonna don't worship Margaret Sanger ever, dude.
all right,
No,
let's
she's
Who's that rape,
let's not
man?
get into individual political ideology here. Let's, Alice,
Hang on.
why don't you finish off your turn in
Hang on.
1939 here?
You want to see? I'm gonna do it. I'm going for it, guys.
Oh
Watch
my
it.
God, seriously, Alice, you are a fucking hazard. You're a detriment to society. Like, everything is crumbling apart because of your callous attitude towards the sanctity of our reality. I can't believe it.
I just want to get myself some fruit punch. Darn it.
Anyway, who was born on this date in 1929, Miss Alice?
We've got John Gutfreund, an American investment banker, CEO of Salomon Brothers. Whoa, what did you do there? A king of Wall Street, born in New York City, New York, died in New York, 2016.
Well, I'm not sure if he died in New York. Where did he die? He died.
Probably.
Was not telling me where he died. But yeah.
Hey man, I live in LA. I want to die in LA.
Dude, what is that?
Huh, to live and die in LA, Tupac.
Oh my God. Tupac, his death anniversary was a couple days ago, actually.
It was yesterday.
Yeah,
that's
it
right,
was my
yesterday.
birthday. Oh no, he got shot on my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. What a great
September
event to
7th.
happen on your birthday. I was born on the day Tupac got shot. Great.
My birthday, someone got shot. But actually, I share it not with Stevie Nicks. My birthday also, I shared it with was it that one other blonde chick from Fleetwood Mac.
Hey, I know that guy.
Oh my god, it's the guy from Jurassic
Hey,
Park.
Sam Neill.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's
the legend.
Yes, guy.
Laura Dern?
Laura Dern's birthday? Oh. Anyway, Mr. Carrara, your turn. Let's go back to you. here.
Speaking
So
of Laura Dern, okay. 1947, Sam Neill, New Zealand actor, Jurassic Park, Dead Calm, The Piano,
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon, you're right. Born in Omagh, Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Making in all movies.
What? He's New
Let's
Zealand
just
actor?
let's just chunk a couple of good facts about him.
What good facts? He had minimal lines and he fucking made Jurassic Park badass.
Yeah.
I said I was about to get there, dog.
Damn.
Jurassic Park.
Yep.
I'm having too much fun with this little thingamajigger.
He's like the girl from Twilight. He's just like, oh my god, fuck.
And you have one more.
What
here.
the fucking hell are you even? Okay.
Dude, what? Okay, Jurassic Park, the first one. What do you do? T-Rex. Oh,
He
man,
was
Spike.
in he was in two of them.
Kids.
So.
He's in the latest one.
Oh, is he?
Anyway, who was
Yeah, he's
born
in-
on this
he's in
date
the
in 1965 here? Mr. Carrera, let's have you finish up your turn of 2 by 2.
Oh, Dmitry Medvedev, 1965, Russian politician and Prime Minister of Russia, born in Leningrad, Soviet Union. Leningrad was one of the last stands in World War II.
Yeah, it was actually the most bloodiest siege I believe in all of history. You know, lasting for well over a year during Operation Barbarossa, and brought the Germans to a stop. And then
They froze them the F out.
yep,
They're Russian.
Yes, they
Dude,
did.
they're KGBs, man.
yep. Well, before the KGB, I believe. So,
No, that's what they were KGB.
in 1940s.
No, KGB happened in the 50s.
Yeah.
But yeah, they froze them out. That's how they just stood and held it.
Well, I'm
fight
going to do
polar
another
bears,
split
that's
here. Alright,
Amy.
I believe it is now Sohan's turn. He is 1983 here. Sohan, you there?
Zohan.
I guess he's not. Well, let's move on up to Spike.
Mike check me. 1983, Amy Winehouse, British singer, songwriter, Stronger Than Me, Rehab, born in London.
Oh, he died. She died. That's right. Not he.
She died of an overdose in 2011.
Yeah.
She went to rehab like several times and just couldn't get a hold of her shit. And she actually passed away.
Yeah. Talk about Texas hair, though. Look at that. Oh.
That's why you do drugs responsibly, kids.
Yep. Anyway, that concludes Burst. Let's move on up into Deaths here, actually, and Spike. It's your still turn, so why don't you start us off in Deaths in the year 2000, not 2000, in the year 258. Sorry.
258, man?
Yep.
Man, I don't even know how to say these names. Thasius Cyprian, Saint Bishop of Carthage.
Carthage, yes.
Saint Bishop of Carthage dies at 58.
No,
Dude, 58?
Carthage, yeah, died at the age of 58. Yep,
The entire history of Carthage is pretty interesting.
yeah. It is.
It's a good read.
Very,
There was
very.
bishops back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, Saint/Bishop of Carthage. So, like,
Oh no,
Oh my
shit.
God,
They
yeah.
started
Christianity
when the
started
Romans
at, like,
fucking
what,
took over
100
and
BC
created
or
the
something.
calendar. Dude.
Thascius was actually a good artist and musician, apparently. So, read up.
No, speaking of good artists and musicians, I know someone who plays a wicked bone saw, the Slayer. Who died on this date in 1836?
In 1836, Aaron Burr, third vice president, was a Democratic Republican. I think is that what it is? Yeah, I can't remember. I do not remember what that was. From 1801 to 1805, who killed Alexander Hamilton in a pistol duel, died at the age of 80.
Certainly did, and it's Democratic Republican.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
Aaron Burr versus Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
The drunk.
Yeah, Alexander Hamilton, a president.
Guys, I'm about to show you a dude who looks like the reincarnation of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh God.
Hang on, be quiet. I'm gonna mute myself, but don't.
So man,
Why are we peeping on other people on my live stream here?
Yeah, we need
I
to
don't
not
feel
do that.
comfortable about that. Alice, can we not do this, please? Like.
No, say pretty.
Anyway, Slayer, you have another one here in 1851. Slayer.
For a second,
And
I thought it said James Franco.
in 1851, James Fenimore Cooper, American author, last of the Mohicans, dies of dropsy at 61.
What the hell is that?
There's a book called Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be back.
Whoa.
Alright, well it says here, I just searched dropsy and it's telling me about edema, also spelled odemia, also known as fluid retention. Actually, Scott was talking to me about this just like last night. Fluid retention, dropsy, hydropsy, and swelling is a buildup of fluid in the body's tissue. Most commonly, the legs or arms are affected. Symptoms may include skin which feels tight, the area may feel heavy, and joint stiffness. So essentially edema. So I didn't know that was a lethal thing, but dang.
So
Well, that's a way to go.
I had that like not too long ago.
So earlier you guys were talking about lupus and all that, and that's what pretty much when we started talking that they've kind of diagnosed me with. But there's like 5 different things under that same autoimmune deficiency disorder.
So, but you don't have actual lupus. You just have something in the family.
I'm 1 point away from it.
Be careful. So.
Yeah,
It gives you the same thing. You get swollen legs, the swollen feet, all that fun stuff. It's terrible.
Dang. I see Grandma in the background. Hi, Grandma.
I can't hear you. I don't know what even she's doing.
Anyway, moving on up into 1852, we have Arthur Wellesley, Duke of Wellington and British Prime Minister, died on this date. Tory, 1828 to 30, which Tory is some kind of political position. I can look it up for more specifics if you want to, but he died at the age of 83.
He's a duke.
Okay. Yeah, Tory Duke. Yeah, Duke of Wellington. Yeah, right there. So. And then we also have William McKinley, died on this date, 1901. He was a U.S. president, died in Buffalo after being shot 8 days prior by anarchist Leon Kazagalos. Yeah, we spoke about this earlier.
Presidents and shooting, man.
What?
What's about his presidents and shooting? They were gangsters back then.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, the U.S. is, you know, like, this is why we have the Secret Service and all that stuff. Like, you know, like, not even, like,
Nah, only Skull and Bones do the duels.
What?
Only Skull and Bones do the duels.
Yeah. We should bring that back, though. That is true.
Unless we're a cowboy.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up to Carrara, 1927, if he wishes. He looks a little busy, so let's just move. Well, Warqueef, you haven't had one in a while, so if you want.
I haven't even done a death.
Wow. For Lady Death, you sure are back on your quota today.
Dude, I was too busy trying to win a toy, okay?
Wow.
And then you had to say something to Grandma, but I couldn't show Jeffrey Dahmer.
Focus.
That's neither here nor there. So we have today in history for deaths. In 1927, Isadora Duncan. She was an American free-form interpretive dancer. She died at 50 due to her scarf becoming entangled in her car's wheel.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, she had a scarf and she had a convertible, and it was so long it got caught in the wheel and it yanked her head off. Like, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Well, this is why we don't. Well, actually, I like really long scarves. So I better make sure I don't ride a convertible.
that. Or a motorcycle, or anything with moving parts, you know?
Well, do you remember hearing about that girl who her hair got she didn't have her hair pulled back and it got caught into a drill bit and it pulled half of her scalp off?
Are you talking about the one where she was trying to eat corn on a power drill?
No, something happened and her hair got caught in it and her scalp was ripped off of her head and her ear as well.
Christ.
I did see the one. The one where you're talking about the corn. That shit's funny as shit.
Yeah, that looks painful though. Yeah, that bald spot right there. Oh, that must have hurt, dude. Like. But Alice, you have another one here in 1937.
What, 1937? Hang on a second. We got a. Oh, really? Tomas Garag Masaryk. He was a Czech philosopher and first president of Czechoslovakia.
Has anyone ever read Czech names? It always cracks me up because my singer, when I was back in a band, we were watching a hockey game and there was a bunch of Czech guys playing, and I literally laughed my ass off and was almost in tears when all these Czech guys had nothing but consonants as their name. He's like,
travel with them?
And he goes, buy a vowel, dude. And I went,
oh my god.
And I died.
Damn.
That's awesome. Ugh, what a day.
It was the
They
first
just want to
time
be fancy, bro. They're not Russian. They're not UK. They're not British.
Well, she asked me how the Minnesota fucking North Stars were doing.
Dude, well, no, we had a Minnesota Wild player. He was, I think, from the Czech Republic. His name was Sergej Zoltak. He passed away in that first year of the hockey lockout back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
He died about Thursday night.
It just cracked me up now that you said it, and there was all these Czech guys that were playing for us, and my fucking singer goes, buy a vowel, dude. Just fucking died.
Oh, buy a vowel, dude.
Mr. Spike, do you want to take 1982?
Hell yeah, I'll take this beautiful actress. We got Grace Kelly. 1982, Grace Kelly, Princess of Monaco, dies in a car crash at 52.
That's unfortunate.
Monaco.
Damn.
All these girls died in car crashes.
Yeah,
oh, another one.
Oh wow!
Hey,
one.
I am yet
Holy
to die
shit.
in a car crash.
It's still your turn, Spike. You get two of the
1984, Janet
I
Gaynor.
don't care, dude.
American
Grace
actress
Kelly.
from Sunrise, dies from a traffic accident at 77.
Dang.
Oh, 77, damn. What are you doing there?
Dude, that was perfect, Spike. Another one. Holy shit.
Oh, another one.
Another one.
Another one.
And another one.
Another one.
More car crashes? More car crashes?
Got another one coming.
Another one.
Another one.
Why is...
Another one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give this to the Slayer, even though I really want this bad. 2021, the blue one, Slayer. This is sad.
2021, Norm Macdonald, Canadian stand-up comedian, writer and actor, Saturday Night Live, 1993 to 1998, Dirty Work, and The Norm Show, dies of cancer at 61.
Was it already a year? I could have sworn he died this year, though.
He died last year on this date, so it's been 1 year since he passed. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald.
Yes, rest in peace.
I could have sworn he died earlier this year, though.
Well, obviously not, unless somebody's putting in something wrong.
You're stuck in the Mandela effect, man.
Hey, look at my streams, Trebek. Yeah, he's changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Oh, what the hell, that guy?
Yeah, this guy, Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, the guy that came out on Billy
Oh,
Madison.
so it was September. Oh, yeah. Also, I would like to add in for deaths today.
Yeah.
It's a birthday and death.
Oh. That's a
today
rare
in
one.
history, my brother Christopher was born today and died today in 1982.
Oh, well, happy birthday, and I'm sorry for your loss. Like,
Well, I never actually met him because he was born 2 years before me. So
still your brother, you know.
yeah, but yeah, that's my mom would actually like that homage. But yeah, today was Christopher Holmes'
So,
birthday.
what year was he born in? And if I may ask, what year did he pass?
September 14th, 1982. How he died, I don't know exactly. I can't remember if my mom said he would she gave birth to him alive or she had to give birth to him dead.
Oh, so
Not sure.
so he didn't even have a chance at life. Okay.
No,
What do you
no,
mean? He
yeah.
went straight to heaven. He got a cheat code, bro.
Oh, you got a cheat code. Oh my god.
No, my mom.
Be optimistic, man.
Dude,
Think
that's
about it.
great. I love
You're
that.
born pure. You die pure. That's a straight to heaven right there.
Yeah, dude.
I smell jazz
Damn.
cabbage right.
It's like
Carrara,
skip
you
jail or
muted. We
what?
can't hear you.
Pass go, collect 200.
Yeah, but
Carrara,
today is because my birthday was exactly a week ago. Yeah, I find it ironic that 2 years later I was born 7 days before, but 2 years later.
Huh.
So I consider myself the replacement child, but not really.
Well, you know,
Oh, you're the demon
You-
child.
you do portray yourself as a man in a woman's body. So,
I totally forgot to buy cigarettes when I was up at the grocery
oh
store.
god damn it, Alice.
Could you?
Anyway, Carrara, you're muted. We couldn't hear you. What were you saying? You're still muted.
Hello?
There you are.
I was everything became like really sad, and then this asshole said some things that I was like blown away.
No, don't worry.
So I couldn't even like.
Fathom. You couldn't comprehend. Like, you're hot and cold at the same time. You're like, oh god, what should I feel?
I was gonna say something funny about Norm Macdonald because one of the things was the Celebrity fucking Jeopardy when and he played Burt Reynolds and he'd be like chewing gum. He's like,
Yeah.
look at my screen. Well, it appears
Yeah,
Burt Reynolds has changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
I remember that.
It's
remember
funny.
that.
They would play Sean Connery too.
Ah.
Oh, Sean
Oh.
Connery was my
Alright.
favorite.
Oh, you guys are really medieval, man.
Rapist for 500.
The
Alright,
rapist.
anyway, I'm going to wrap us up here. That
Sean
concludes the show. Once again, you can check the description, the underbar, for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time, which is also noon, 12 o'clock
Eastern
p.m.
Wait,
Central.
hold on. Subscribe.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that. Give me a second.
Oh,
And it's what time is it for Eastern again, Miss Alice?
1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am once again A.O. Xander, and I was joined by, I'm going to point at people here. So,
Who is Alice?
who is Alice? And then we have Carrera
Who is
here,
Alice?
who's interacting with his grandmother. We also have, that's you, Spike.
Look, Spike right here.
Yep. And we're also joined by the Slayer.
I was like, what?
Anyway,
I changed my name. It's Turd Ferguson.
Turd
It's
Ferguson.
funny.
Okay.
Hi, little one. And we're also joined by Little One today.
Ah, little one. All right.
Little One.
Anyway, until you see us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. Rate 5 thumbs and subscribe if you do so wish. Until then, toodles. Let's go, Brandon.
That's great.
Yeah.